Kelvin's double bridge means it is having another set of ratio arms. In the Wheatstone bridge, we have one set, that is R1 and R2 are ratio arms. Here, along with R1 and R2 ratio arms, it is having A and B as a ratio arms. Two ratio arms are there. For that reason, it's given a name as Kelvin's double bridge. The person Kelvin told the information of this and theory of this. For that reason, it's a Kelvin's double bridge. Next, what to write the theory for the design? First, construction is as shown in the figure. Again, here the terminals are taken 1, 2, observe the figure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 terminals are there, and across 5 and 6 terminal a battery is connected or else an AMF is connected, that is E. Then across terminal 5 and 4 R2 connected, 4 and 6 R1 connected. Then across 6 and 2 Rx unknown resistance Rx, and then 5 and 1 R3 resistance, along with 1, 3 and 3, 2 resistance B and A are connected respectively. This you have to write as a theory part. This is what it's given. Okay, theory you can write off. Construction, what is there in the figure, you just write off that. Then what is the next? You have to write the what is the principle of here. Here also it's going to be use the null indication method. What is the null indication? When a galvanometer, this galvanometer shows a zero deflection. A zero deflection means then I can tell that it is having a bridge is balanced. Okay. Next, these are all the theory part. Next, when a bridge is going to be balanced, when a potential across terminal 3, here that I highlighted, potential terminal 3 is nothing but here potential across 3 is same as potential at terminal 4. Observe, at potential 3 it should be same as the potential across 4. Then I will tell a bridge is a balanced. For that reason, what I can write the equation here? Observe the equation here. Potential across, potential means E. Voltage, V also you can write, but avoid the confusions. Here it is taken as a E. For that reason, take as E only. E, potential across 4, 5, potential across 4, 5, E4, 5 is equals to potential across 5, 1, 3. Where is 3 is going? Here. Observing, understand, potential across 4, E4 or 4, 5 you can write anything. 4, 5 should be equals to potential E 5, 1, 3. Where is the galvanometer connected? At that point you have to take for that reason. Okay. Next, what you have to do? Potential of your R2 should be equals to potential 5, 1, 3. Potential across R3 and B. This is what we have to take. Then the ratio of the resistances A and B is same as ratio of R1 and R2. For that reason only it's of a double bridge. For that reason what I wrote here, A divided by B is going to be taken as R1 divided by R2. Okay, just as for next, now potential across E4, 5. Now one by one we will go with solving the problem. The problem our derivation is coming. First we have to calculate what is the potential of E4, 5. Then what is the potential of E513. Then Equating those, then I will get what is the balanced equation. Okay, first we will find what is our potential across 4 5 terminal. Okay, for that reason E45 is equals to resistance R2 of that terminal R2 into the whole potential is of what? Capital E. Capital E divided by the resistance R1 plus R2. I will erase all of those. Okay, before I. What we are going for? We want the potential across 4 and 5. Okay, when bridge is balanced in the Wheatstone bridge, we came to know when it is galvanometer showing zero deflection means these two resistors are in series connection. Okay, where we stopped? Okay, here the potential when you galvanometer shows null deflection means the resistances R1 and R2 are showing two in series method. Okay, for that reason these two are series. For that reason here E45 is equals to R2 E divided by R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2. Don't get confused. When galvanometer shows 0, then R1 is this terminal will not come across there. For that reason R1 R2 are in series. For that reason R1 and R2. Then this is of our what is E45. Next, considering path from 5 1 to 6. Where is our 5 1 to 6? 5 1 2 6. This whole path I am going to consider here. This is 4 5 path, then the whole path. To the back to 5 means through again coming back and taking the path, whole path. Okay. This is what the next we have to do. Battery. The resistance between the terminals 1 and 2 is in parallel combination of Ry and A plus B. Means this Ry resistance, I will erase the whole now. What is the next I am going for? This Ry resistance is, observe here at cross terminal 1 and 2 means this Ry, these two are in series. Okay. Means A plus B is parallel to Ry. Okay, that's what I wrote here. Parallel combination of Ry and A plus B. So what I can write here? Total E is equals to current, that is I, which is flowing through this direction. Okay, into R3. Where is our R3? R3 is here. R3 plus the parallel combination of these two means R3 plus Ry parallel to A plus B plus Rx. Understanding? This is R3. Ry is parallel to A plus, this is, these two are in series. Okay. Ry A plus B plus Rx. That is what the equation you have to write. Then what you have to do? Just solve here. When a parallel condition is given, what the equation you will write? A plus B into Ry divided by a plus b plus ry. Means when a and parallel with b means in a resistance, how will be writing in parallel equation? ab divided by a plus b. You will be using of this. The same equation I wrote here. Instead of whole b, here is a plus b. A plus b into ry divided by a plus b plus ry. This is what the equation. This rx I wrote here, same as it is. Then we know what is the, we come to know across what is our E. Next, we will substitute the equation for E. This equation E here, E45. I am going to substitute this equation in the here E. So what I can write here, E45 is equals to same R2 divided by R1 plus R2 is there. Then same thing you have to write. Then substitute this equation as it is here. Then I will be considering a path that is 5, 1, 2. Path is 5, 1, 2. The whole path. This whole path I am going to consider now. The whole path from 5, 1, 2, 3 path. Okay. If I take that path and if I write here in a simplified manner, it is going to be 5 and 1. It's connected in R3 resistance. From 1 to 2, we have a parallel resistances, that is Ry. Ry is a very small. For that reason, it's not shown in here in the figure. Okay, negligible resistance. For that reason, it's of Ry, A and B, and in between there is a 3 point. Okay, same thing I wrote here. Next, the potential across 1 and 2 terminal I taken as V1, 2. Okay, next we will find what is the potential across 5, 1 and 3. 5, 1 and 3. What may be the potential of these E 5, 1, 3. Okay, we will consider of that. Then what I will do first, terminal 5 to 2 is as shown in the figure what I taken. Okay. Next, what I will do, first I will find out what is the V12 potential across 1 and 2 terminal. That is V12 means the current what's flowing, I, the resistance of this. Both are in parallel. For that reason, Ry into A plus B divided by Ry plus A plus B. Then potential across 1 and 3. What is the potential across V13? That is equals to the resistance B divided by total resistance is A plus B, B divided by A plus B into the total potential is of what? V1, 2. V1, 2. For that reason, we have to consider V1. Yes?
The notes is not visible, ma'am.
Not changing?
No, ma'am. I have sent to your WhatsApp now. Check it once.
Okay, wait. I didn't share it. Now?
No. Yes, ma'am.
Now it's visible?
Now it's visible, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Till that you understood, right? Getting? Okay. Next, potential across V13 is equals to B divided by A plus B into I. This is B plus same as it is. V12 we already come across, and same thing you substitute here. I into R2 A plus B divided by Ry plus A plus B. Same thing you have to substitute here. Then potential across 513 is equals to, this is we come across of whole path, Then we have to add to that path. Means I R3, I the current flowing through resistance R3 plus the V13. We already calculated here, just write up that plus V13. Then substitute this whole V13 in this equation. In both the equation I is common, for that is take I as a common. Then R3 plus B divided by A plus B into the same you write here as it is. Now what we got? We got our E513 and also we got our what is E45 here. Okay, then I will be writing both the equation in the next step, that is E45 is equals to E513. Write E45 equation here and E513 equation here. Next, what is the common here? Here I is there, here also I is there, these two I get cancels. Next, what I will be lifting? R3 plus Ry, same as it is. Here I am writing the as it is. Then I will be taking this to this side. Then what is going to happen? Instead of R2 by R1 plus R2, it's going to change as R1 plus R2 divided by R2. Then the remaining part as it is you have to write. Then simplify the equation here. This remaining as it is, I am not going to change here anything. But here this is R1 plus R2 divided by R2. What I will do? R1 divided by R2, that is R1 divided by R2 plus, this is plus R2 divided by R2 means 1. I can split the numerator here. For that reason R2 by R2 is 1. For that reason here it is 1 plus R1 divided by R2 here will be getting. This is what here it is. Then this part, observe here. Here A plus B is there. Here A plus B is there. These two get cancels. Then I will be left with B Ry divided by Ry A plus B. You can write randomly, no problem. Okay, Ry plus A plus B. Next, this as it is. Here we have to multiply each parameters. First R3 into 1 R3, then R3 R1 by R2, R1 R3 divided by R2, then B this part whole multiplied with this here, same you will be getting into 1 means, then this part is going to be multiplied to this means Ry into R1, that is B is there, B divided by R2 is there, R2 along with Ry plus A plus B. You have to multiply. Then what you have to do? This we don't want unknown resistance. For that reason Rx keep here only and remaining all parts shift to your RHS. Your LHS Rx keep as it is and remaining equation get to the RHS. Then Rx is equals to what I will getting R1 R3 divided by R2. This I will be writing here as it is. Then B R1 Ry, here this as it is. Then observe here, just keep I here A plus B Ry divided by A plus B plus Ry. And one more thing, here Ry R3 and R3 get cancels, and here you will be getting of this equation this side. I am writing here this as it is, and this part, the whole part towards your, I will make a path here, it will be coming here, negative of, here it is positive, here it will be coming as a negative value. Then I will erase off the whole so that you will not get confused. Next, what you have to do? This part is same as it is. Then B R1 Ry divided by, this is also same. Here it will change here. What is going to change? Here A plus B is there. What I can write here? A plus B. A into Ry, and this part as it is in the denominator, then minus B, because A plus into minus, again minus, okay, B R Y divided by the new denominator as it is, okay. Then here is also a minus sign, okay. Here is plus B R Y, the same part, so this whole part and this whole part get cancels. What I will be lefting? Minus A R Y divided by A plus B plus R Y. This numerator part is going to be changed, remain same as it is. This is how it's simplified, okay. Then after this, what you have to do? Just take, up to this it will be remain same, R1 R3 divided by R2, plus here take B Ry as a common, then Ry plus A plus B as a common. This whole part if you take as a common, what will be getting left? B Ry, it's gone, and numerator part of this is gone. I will be left with here as R1 divided by R2. That's what I wrote here, R1 and R2. Then minus, here A is there, right, as it is. Here we taken already B as a output, means a common. Means what I will be lefting here? 1 by B as a lefting here. For that reason, A divided by B. And we have to consider at both the ratio arms, that is A by B is equals to R1 by R2. Previously we wrote here. Where we wrote? Here. Okay, we are considering of that equation here. When both are equal, if I take A minus B to your LHS or else your R1 by R2 to your left hand side, it's going to be 0. R1 R2 minus A by B is going to be 0. Means this whole part is going to be taken as, this whole part is taken as 0. So what I will be lefting here? Rx is equals to what? R1 R3 divided by R2. This is the standard balanced equation for a Kelvin's double bridge. Okay. Then from this equation we observed, even though we have a one more set of ratio arms, that is A and B, and also a small resistance, that is Ry, it's not going to affect for our bridge. That's what the information it is giving for us from this balanced equation. That's what a theory I wrote here. Okay, and what is the resistance? It can be cover. It is going to cover the range from 1 ohm to the 10 micro ohms with the accuracy of 0.05% to plus or minus 0.2% of accuracy I can maintain by using of the Kelvin's double bridge. Okay, this is about your Kelvin's double bridge. This question will ask for 8 marks. If you write the construction, go for a solving problem, get the balanced condition. This question is for 8 marks. Okay. Now we'll go with the next topic. This is about Kelvin's double bridge. Here just yet I gave the direct equations. Okay, if you want you can refer of slides also. Okay, I will share everything to you all. This is about your Kelvin's double bridge. Next topic is of earth resistance. Earth resistance, here instead of earthing it's coming as L. Just go through the spelling. Okay, what is earthing? In daily home when you saw already we come across in basics what is the need of your earth resistance, earthing for your home or for any buildings. Okay, here also we learn what is the necessary of earthing. Before that we'll define what is the earthing. The earthing is going to be defined the connection of electrical machinery to the general mass of earth. Means a small electrode or else some electrode is going to be buried to the ground. Okay, buried to the ground means a mass. Earth is a mass. Okay, we are going to bury in the ground, that's what, with a conducting material of very low resistance. That's what a earthing definition. What is that machinery we are going to use or material we are going to use? It's of an earth electrodes. Okay, by using of earth electrode we are going to do the operation of earthing. Next, what are the advantages it's going for? Earthing in cables, how it is going for? I shown the figure here. Observe the figure. It's a cable. Within that cable you have different small cables. Okay, the covering, the yellow colors are there, right? These are phases. I hope you saw in the main supply color wires will be there. Okay, those are wires like it. Casing means it's a cover, whole cover we are going for, or else armoring. Armoring means, observe the figure here. Here it is shown. Armoring means for a cable, the mesh structure we call as a armoring. That is working as a earthing. Means it's a neutral point. When a conductor is going to conduct a path, here from a current voltage is going to flow. If something happen means the hole is going to burst off. We have to avoid that. To do that we are going for a armoring. That's what armoring of the cables. That is what the one advantage. Next, spikes of over voltages easily dissipated. Means in the thundering way, in any of the rainy seasons, voltage spikes will come towards your home or towards your building. If that is going to happen to home means it's going to be damaging home. To avoid those, earthing is important. Then in three-phase system, neutral is earth. The in three-phase means three terminals will be there. Mean within that one terminal is for the earthing only. Okay. Then in telephones and traction, a return conductor. A return conductor is used as a earthing. These are all the advantages of using the earth resistance. Means we have to check what is the earthing is going for. Next, what all the factors are affecting? First is material, from which material the electrodes are going to be used. Okay, and shape, different shape will come. For college the earthing is different, and for homes earthing is different. The shape is different. In home if you check means it's a small. When you come to college, we already done an experiment, earthing is somewhat big. Okay, just you observe, compare with those things. Next, length of the electrode which is buried means inserted in the earth. How much it's going to be inserting? Is that only on the top of soil or it's going to be inside fully? We have to check once before we are going to burying the electrodes. Okay. Next, resistance of soil means different soils. When the soil is wet, when soil is dry, or else it in a rocky soils means stones will be there. When wet soil, the current conduction is faster. In dry soil, it's a slow. Okay, for that reason, we have to choose a perfect earth, the ground, where we are going to choose to do the earthing. And electrodes, how much depth you are going to do for the ground. Okay, these are all come under factors affecting for the earthing. These soils means moisture will be different from dry to soil and dry, wet and rocky soils. Based on that, you have to choose whether we have to bury there. Bury means you have to insert or not, at which position you have to insert the electrodes. This is all the factors. Next, we'll go to one earthing example, how it is going to be done. By one example is of by a fall of potential. What you done by using of the experiment in your first year is of your fall of potential. What we done? Just observe the figure here. we use the meter. Okay, then from meter we taken the wires. Okay, one, hope you remember, we connected to the earth electrode where it is buried already. Then one more wire, its cable is taken, and in between of one electrode to the other, three different positions we take on the electrodes. Okay, this is how the construction. The same construction is taken in terms of your circuit diagram. The circuit diagram consisting of voltmeter, ammeter, a battery, and electrodes, that is electrode E and A, B. A, B are called auxiliary electrodes, and electrode E called as a earth electrode. Okay, and this is the ground level, earth. Okay, what you will be doing the experiment? First, you will be fixing two electrodes, A and B. Then you will be changing the electrode, auxiliary electrode A. First, what you will do? You will be doing the electrode near the earth electrode. You will be near, and you will be taking some readings. And then you will be taking the earth A electrode towards near to the B, and then in between of E and B, you will be changing the position of electrode A. Now able to hear? All of you able to hear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is the construction. Okay. Then we are going to check the same thing. Here is taken one more construction here. First, at the position of electrode towards earth electrode, it's starting, it will be the resistance value. The resistance value. Okay. The resistance value. This electrode, if I take near to the earth electrode, it is nearly increasing as the position is changing from earth electrode towards the one more electrode. It's going on changing. Observe the graph and also arrow, going on changing, and here it's going to be a small constant. Observe here, a small constant of a resistance. Okay, then going on, and then when electrode is going to be reached towards the another auxiliary electrode, then it's automatically increases. Okay, this is what the nature, how it is going to be tested by a fall of potential method. We are just taking three electrodes. One is earth electrode. Okay, then two more electrodes. We are changing the position of the one of the auxiliary electrode. Just changing near to the earth electrode and near to the auxiliary electrode. Changing, and then what is the voltmeter reading and what is the ammeter reading? We will be taking off and we will be calculating what is the resistance. This is what the construction. Here also the same thing is going for. This is your earth electrode. This is your middle of the electrode and one more electrode. When at the near, it's going on increasing. At certain distance, it's going on constant, and then when electrode is reaching towards you the another electrode, then it's automatically it's going on rising. This is what the construction. The same thing, it is a graph shown. Earth resistance across your distance between the electrodes. When a distance is nearer, it's going on increasing. At certain distance, it's going to be remain constant, and then it is increasing. This you have to draw. Okay, then how to calculate? Based on, you'll be calculating your ammeter reading and voltmeter reading. Then write your earth resistance by using the equation Re is equals to V by I. For that reason, when you're taking the readings, you will not take only one reading. You have to take 3, 4, 5, 6 readings based on the distance. Then you have to tell what is the constant where you get. At constant where you will get, you have to take the value of that. That is what the earth resistance. This is one example how they connected and they are checking. For a cable, they are checking what is the resistance value. Here also they are checking for the earthing resistance. Is that correct or not? This is digitally done. Okay, these are instruments what they used. It's of a digital one. Okay, not the one how you will be inserting there. It's not like that. It's just they are taking the digital equipment, just they are fixing there, it will be giving the output. Okay, this is what two images are showing how to test those. Okay, this is one method by fall of potential. This will give for 6 marks question. By fall of potential 6 marks. Okay, then we'll go for the next one. This is very important for 8 marks question. Okay, that is earth resistance by using of a Megger. Okay, just okay, it's working. Able to see all of you? The next slide. Anyone talk now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Okay, then I will continue. Okay. This is the Megger circuit. Observe here. This is the construction, what it is there. Okay, this is the construction. And this is the digital Megger circuit. It's a meter. Okay. And this is hand run. Observe here, it's a handle there is there. By handling means we will be doing the handle. We will be running the motor there. In this we have to do the by handle. Okay, here just if you put your cable here, these two cables are there, right? If you put there, you will be getting what is the resistance value. Okay, why we have to learn this Megger circuit? This Megger circuit is going to give the resistance value, testing of a resistance for a high level. Means if you want to test a resistance in terms of a mega ohm. Okay, for a transformer, for anything. Okay, cables, different isolation cables. Okay, it's having high resistance values. For that reason, to test, we can't do testing by using of Wheatstone or Kelvin bridge. It's not possible because their precision is only of in terms of 1 ohm or else 0.5 ohms. Your Wheatstone or else your Kelvin's double bridge. But by using of a Megger, we can calculate or else we can test of high resistance values by using of this. This is the digital Megger circuit and this is the analog or else hand driven Megger meter we tell. Okay, this is the construction. You can draw this diagram or else this diagram. Okay, both are same. Okay, here construction is small difference is there. Okay.